So I'm a little late to this video given that Bluey Fest happened literally back in November, I think is when it happened. Hold on. When did Bluey Fest happen? That did not help me. It happened on the 19th of November. Wow, that was months ago. Um yeah, Bluey Fest, basically, if you don't know, celebrated the 5-year anniversary of Bluey by letting people basically submit their top favorite episodes. I think you got to submit like 5 episodes. Yeah, you were viewers were asked to vote on 5 episodes, and you could vote for your 5 favorites. And eventually, they ranked it, and then basically took over the ABC Kids channel on the 19th, and just showed all of Bluey, all of the top 100 list. So, yeah, these are the 100 episodes that ended up making it to the top 100. And today, I'm re-ranking it. I found a tier list. I was going to make one myself, and then I was scrolling through the tier lists, and I found this one. So, we are going to rank these episodes myself, basically what I think about them. So, let's begin with the first one, Ami. I'm gonna have to look this up here to see where they ranked. Hold on. So Army just barely missed out on the top 10 here, and it got to 11. And I think Army is a very good episode. So right now, we're gonna leave it sitting in the top 10 right now. It might end up changing later on, but we're going to have it sit in the top 10 for now because I think it's an amazing episode. If you haven't seen Army, at least, it is a very good one. It's a sad one sometimes, but yeah, it's a good one. Asparagus. This one ended up making it to, and I got to find it here, 32. I think Asparagus is an okay episode. I don't particularly care for it too much, if I'm being honest. So we're just going to put it right in the middle for now, and it will probably move on later. But yeah, next up is Baby Race, which is actually the second ranked episode on the list. The first one, obviously, you'll see later. And I think it, at least right now, I'm putting it in the 11 to 20. Because it's a really good one, too. It's a nice episode that definitely has some sadness in it, but I liked it. Backpackers, I'm going to put this in the middle. Backpackers made it about I got to find it here. 67. So I'm going to put it in the middle because it's another episode I just feel middle about. So yeah, we're going to put it right there. Bad Mood. I don't think this one made it that high. I tried to watch as much of the list that I could, and then I kind of gave up, and then I came back to it because I was working that day. Bad Mood ended up making it to 31. And honestly, I do think it's good enough to put in this right here, but not really too much farther than that, I'd say right now. I think Asparagus is better than Backpackers. Honestly, I'd put Asparagus up here, and Backpackers I'd say down here. And then Bad Mood is better, in my opinion, because I just rewatched it earlier today. It's really funny. So yeah, I'd put that one right there. Barky Boats made it to 36, and I think it's better than Backpackers, but I think that's really as far as I'm going to put it. I don't particularly enjoy that episode that much. So yeah, we're going to put Barky Boats right here. Barbecue made it to 20th. I kind of wish these were in order, but it makes sense to put... It wouldn't make more sense to put them in order from worst to best on here, but it's in alphabetical order. Barbecue is another one of those early season 1 episodes that I just don't really care too much about, so we're just going to push it right here in the 60 to 70. No, I think it's better than Backpackers. I'm going to move Backpackers down. Bedroom, the second episode of season 3. I will be remaking my season 3 list once all the episodes come out for season 3. Obviously, some of these are going to be a spoiler, but yeah. Bedroom placed, what was it? 33. And every time I watch it, I just don't find that much enjoyment out of it. I'd probably say it's better than Barky Boats, but that's where I'd put it right now, is just there. It's not a bad episode. It's just not one of those I'm so excited about watching whenever I watch the show. I think the next one, Bike, placed a little higher on the list. Or I'm just stupid. Bike placed almost dead center at number 51. I am stupid. I love the music that comes out of this episode. The Ode to Joy remix that they do in this episode is really good, and I think it's a really funny episode too. I'd put it probably up here right now in the 41 to 50. We'll see how that changes, but yeah. Midnight, I think, actually made it to the top 10, which is very surprising to me. Midnight actually placed 10th, which is very surprising to me, because I think it's just an okay episode. I'd put it probably... Oh, I just picked up Bingo. Get back down there, Bingo. I'd say Midnight is probably right here-ish. I don't think it deserved to be in the top 10. I think there's a lot more episodes that deserved the top 10 better than Midnight. But it's not a bad episode. I think it's enjoyable. So right now I'm going to have it sitting right here. I think I'm going to move Bad Mood up to the 31 to 40. Next up is Bingo, which placed 17th. And Bingo's a fun episode. I think I'd put this in right here, right between Midnight and Bedroom. It's an okay one, I'd say. Blue Mountains is an episode I'm very surprised that actually made it to the top 100, because I've heard so many negative things about this episode. I don't think it made it too high. It made it to 71. And so far, yeah, I think it's the worst here so far. It's a weird episode, so it's hard for me to rank it, because I don't think it's bad. It's just a weird episode. And that's also why people don't like it as much. But yeah, I definitely would put it down here. Next up, Bob Bilby. Bob Bilby made it too. This is really hard, just going back and forth looking at my phone. Bob Bilby made it to 64, and honestly, I think Blue Mountains is better than it. I'm so sorry for all the people who like Bob Bilby, because Blue Mountains is slightly better than it, but that's as slightly as you're gonna get. Born Yesterday. Born Yesterday from season 3 made it to, and I have to look this up. Wait, you're kidding me? Blue Mountains placed better than freaking Space? What the heck was wrong with the people that voted in this episode? Okay. Born Yesterday was 25th. Oh, literally the next one was right after it. Born Yesterday is pretty fun. I'd probably put it up here with Bad Mood. It's a really fun episode. I liked this episode. I watched this one earlier too, and they fixed the Disney Plus version, so like it kept the scene where he gets hit in the crotch. They put that back, but yeah, I think it's a good episode. Bumpy and the Wise Old Wolfhound. If you know me from when I did my season 1 ranking, this is my favorite episode of season 1 by far. I'd put it in the 11 to 20 right now, because I don't know if it's good enough to be in the top 10, but it's my favorite episode of season 1. I love that episode so much. It made it to 24th. I would have loved to see it place higher, because I love it, but I understand its placing. So that's where I'm putting it. Burger Shop, I think, did not make it that far, if I remember correctly. Burger Shop made it farther than I thought it did. Burger Shop made it to 50th. And I think Burger Shop is kind of just like a lamer episode, in my opinion. I don't care for it too much. It's not one that I would go out of my way to watch, if I'm being honest, which is kind of sad, but you know what? It's just an okay episode, in my opinion. It's not one that, like I said, it's not one I would go out of my way to watch, but if I'm going to watch the whole series, I'm going to watch it. It's just, it's one of those where it's just like, yeah, it's there. I don't care. But yeah, Bus made it to 47th. I just watched this episode earlier, and I think the ending is really funny. So I'm going to put this one probably up here, right in front of Bad Mood, because its ending is very funny. I like it. Where like Bandit gets beat up because he has a partner. He gets beat up for it, which I think is just hilarious. Butterflies, if you know anything from me in my season 1 list, this was my least favorite episode of season 1, and I still think it is one of the worst episodes of the show. It is Judo's worst appearance, and probably the main reason a lot of people don't like her character. I think she got better with... What was it? What was the episode? Dirt. I think she has such a better appearance in that episode. But her first appearance sucked. So it's definitely the worst so far. I don't like this episode. Especially the way Bluey treats Bingo. I never liked that either. So yeah, we're going to put that one down in the bottom 10. I feel like it's going to stay in the bottom 10. Cafe. The first appearance of Fido. One of my favorite side characters, even though he doesn't appear that much. I'm going to put Cafe probably about in like the 50s right now. Just we'll set that right there and maybe change it later. Oh yeah, I never ranked the last two. Cafe made it to 49th, and Butterflies made it... Cafe made it to 49th, I think is what I just said. And Butterflies made it... Why can I not find it? Made it to 81st. Which I would have ranked it lower. But you know what? I didn't make the list. It was probably Ludo Studios or ABC Network that made it. So yeah. Next up, we have Calypso. A season 1 episode that I really forget about a lot. Its original ranking was... And I have to scroll through this list. It is so hard to find. 58. Honestly, it is one of the episodes I just don't care too much about. It's one of those forgettable episodes. I'd probably put it somewhere here. I think Backpackers is a bit of a better episode. And I'd say it's better than Burger Shop, but that's really as far as I'd put it, down in like the 70s. We have Camping next, which is an episode I thought would make it into the top 5 at least. Top 3 episodes I thought it would make it into. It got 6th. Let me tell you, an episode later that got into the top 5 is definitely not in my top 50 episodes. But Camping is a good episode. For now, we're putting it in the 11 to 20 because I think it's an amazing episode. Might change, might go down, or it might go up. I think Baby Race is better, and so that's where I'd put it. Yeah, this is how I'd put Camping. Charades, I think, did not make it very far. I think it was, like, one of the worst ones. 94th. And I could probably understand why people did that was because of how Muffin acts in this episode. And I gotta say, it's better than Bob Bilby. It's better than Blue Mountains. It's better than Burger Shop. And it's better than Calypso. That's as far as it's going. Yeah, I think this is one of the episodes where I do agree that Muffin can just be a terrible character sometimes, but I still think she's funny. I mean, she's literally got one of my favorite moments in the entire show when she scams an old lady out of $1,200. Like, that's still my probably favorite moment in the entire show. Just the ending of Granny Mobile, so yeah. But she was kind of terrible in this episode. Chest. Chest is an episode I'm kind of surprised to see on here because it was kind of just okay, in my opinion. Chest made it to a little too far up on the list. Chest made it to... Where the heck did it make it? 78th. And if I'm being honest, where did I place it? If I'm being honest, it's an okay episode. I'd probably put it better than I'd probably put it here. If I'm being honest, I'd probably put it there. It's okay. I don't particularly care for it that much. Same. What did I just do? What did I just do? That scared me. Same with Chicken Rat. Chicken Rat placed 80th, and if I'm being honest, it's an okay episode too. I think it's better than Burger Shop, but that's like really it. If I'm being honest. But now we're getting into a really good one. Christmas Swim. Christmas Swim, I think, placed really high. I'd have to find it. If it didn't, I'd be surprised because it's a really good episode. Christmas Swim placed 9th. And honestly, I think it's a really good episode. I'm going to move Bumpy up because I think it could be top 10, if I'm being honest here. Christmas Swim is probably the best one of this category so far. It's an amazing episode, a fun one to watch. Plus, it's got Rad and Frisky, like the best couple in the show. So, yeah. Copycat is another one that is going directly in the top 10. It is my second favorite episode of season 1. Copycat made it to... Copycat, wow, it did not make it that high. What the heck? Copycat made 79th? What the heck? It is such a good episode. It is definitely in the contender for the best so far. The heck, people? Cricket. Cricket made it to number 1, which I was expecting either Cricket or Sleepy Time to be number 1. Cricket outright won. In fact, Sleepy Time didn't even make it to the top 3. But yeah. Cricket's definitely up here. I think it's probably second in my opinion right now, which is a big shock. I don't think Cricket's the best episode of the show. I'm going to say that. I loved the episode, and I still do love it to this day. But, unfortunately, I just don't think it's the best of the show. It also was the one that had the extended intro, which was a very weird extended intro, if I'm being honest. Cubby! One of the episodes that I didn't think was going to make it because of the fact that it was one of the newer episodes. I didn't think people would have grown on it that much, but it made it to the top 20. It made it to 18th. And honestly, this one was a fun one. Like, I just rewatched it earlier this week, and I think it was fun. Plus, the music when the Cubby's collapsing, it's really good. I'd probably put it right here. It's better than when I first watched it. I still think it's one of the weaker ones of season 3C, but it's still really good in my opinion. Curry Quest, an episode that I don't think made it that high, and I'm really sad because it's a really good episode. Curry Quest made it to 45th, and it is definitely in the top 10. Probably so far number 3 for me, if I'm being honest, because I love this episode. It originally was my favorite episode of season 3. And now my favorite episode of season 3 is Dragon. But yeah, definitely top 3 in my opinion. It's a really good episode. But it only made it to 45th, which is kind of sucks. Same with Dad Baby. Dad Baby made it really low. It made it to 34th. And I think it's a top 10 episode too. I think it's honestly up here. It's so fun. And it sucks that this episode is not on Disney Plus because it is probably, in my opinion, the funniest episode of the show. For the entire end scene where Bandit gives birth to Bingo, that's literally one of the funniest moments in the entire show. It's just that end scene right there. And it only got 34th. Really sad. Daddy Drop Off. This is the one where we meet Leela. And this episode got to not really high, that's for sure. This episode got to 77, which is weird because I think it's one of the better ones. I think it's probably about here right now. I'm probably going to move Bus up here. Now every category is filled up. But yeah, Daddy Drop Off is a good one. Probably actually better than Born Yesterday in Bad Mood. Probably I'd actually put this one in the top 30s. It's a good one. It's got a good ending too. Oh, right afterwards, Daddy Put Down, which is a very kind of disturbing title for an episode. But we don't have to talk about that. Daddy Put Down got way further. Jesus. How much farther did it go? Wait, what? How do I keep skipping this? Daddy Put Down was worse, actually, apparently. It got to 83rd. And it's an okay one. It's better than Backpackers. It's better than Chest. Better than Barbecue. Barky Boat's Bedroom. I'd probably put it like right here. Wow, we're about to start going down or up for soon. Yeah, definitely a good one for now, I'd say. It's fine. It's fine. It's like kind of right in the middle-ish. Daddy Robot. 3 Daddy episodes in a row. I did not like that. Why did I say that? Daddy Robot made it to... There's no way it made it this high. Why am I still going? Why can I never find it? Daddy Robot made it to 75th. And honestly, I think it's a weaker episode. Probably in the 80s. I'd honestly say like they did really good on the placing here for Daddy Robot. I think it's just kind of an okay episode in my opinion. Dance Mode. I'm surprised this one did not get higher than it did. Dance Mode got to 7th. I wanted it to be in the top 5, honestly, because it's a really good episode. A very good one. So right now, it's on the top 5. Honestly, probably that's going to change, though. Honestly, though, getting in the top 10, I'm glad it did, because it's a good one. It's better than Bumpy and the Wise Old Wolfhound, so yeah, it's going to stay right here for now at 5th. It's a really good one. Dirt. Dirt, I think, got a little low. Dirt got to 52. And Dirt is the only episode that features Judo that I could actually say shows her in like a really good light. We're about to like run out of room for 51 to 60. I would say it was one of the episodes of season 3B that ranked right in the middle for me. I'd say probably uh I'd say probably a high 31 to 40 for right now. Yeah, I'd probably say that for right now. Double Babysitter is another episode that did not make it higher. That did not make it too high. It did make it high. It made it to 42, but there's no reason why it shouldn't have been in the top 10 or at least up there. It is such a good episode. It's honestly right here at 5th right now. We've almost filled up the top 10. Yeah, it is such a good episode. And I don't understand why it only got to 42. It's sad. Dragon. Another episode that honestly I did not think was going to make it that high just because of the whole recency bias, but it did make it to 23. And it is definitely in the top 10. Yeah. I think it's honestly the best so far. It's the contender for my favorite. Oh, we're about to bump off the top 10. It is my contender for the favorite so far. Because it's honestly an emotional episode. It's really good. It's my favorite episode to come out of 10 of 3C with Cricket at a very close second. Very close. 3C had such good episodes, if I'm being honest. But yeah, Duck Cake. Duck Cake made it to 27th. And I just watched this one right before making this list. I like the lesson that Bluey learns in this episode. Probably better than chess. Probably better than barbecue. Probably right here, if I'm being honest. I like the Bluey's lesson in this episode, but I think the joke and Daddy put down that they like removed from Disney Plus, where Bingo's like, "How does the baby get in the mommy's belly?" is just a funny joke. We're about to bump off 51 to 60. Next up, oh, I just watched this one too. What happened? What happened? What did I do? That didn't like mess up my recording, did it? Okay. Sorry, I like accidentally clicked on something on the side. Don't worry. I haven't stopped. I'm still going. Dunny. Dunny. I named a villager in Minecraft Dunny. Just because I'm stupid. Dunny made it to... Dunny made it to... Made it a bit lower, apparently. Dunny made it to 72nd. And honestly, I think it's better than Calypso, Charades, Backpackers, Chest, Barbecue, Barkeep Boats, Bedroom. Honestly, right there. Honestly, just right there is fine with me, if I had to be honest. It's an okay episode. This episode, it's kind of easier for me to put down lower because I didn't like this episode, really. Early Baby placed 82nd. I think that's too high right now. I think it's a weak episode. I'm sorry for the people who like that episode. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's not bad. But it's not good. It's not good at all. it's like the only thing saving it right now is butterflies. Easter. Easter got to. I think Easter made it higher. Easter. I swear, if I've already freaking skipped it. Oh, this is stupid. Easter made it to 48th. Kind of like right in the middle of the list. And if I'm being honest, it's kind of probably ending up in this slot. Why will backpackers not move down? Honestly, probably right here, right now. Honestly, there's no doubt about it that chest is probably going to end up moving down, but yeah, we'll keep Easter here. Escape, an episode that I do kind of think is a little fun. I don't think this one made it too far. Escape made it to 39th. And I think it's probably up here-ish. Probably right here-ish. I think it's an okay one. Facey Talk is another episode that I very much enjoy. And yeah, people enjoyed it too because it got to 15th. I think right there, right in this part here, is probably where it belongs. It's a pretty decent and fun episode, in my opinion. I liked it. I liked the style that they went for in the episode, and then the music used in the episode was really good too. The classical music that they used was really good. Fairies. I hate this episode. I hate it. I can't say anything else about it. And it got 30th. Should not gotten above the top 10. Just gonna say that. It is the worst so far, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not gonna last. That's not gonna last much longer. But yeah, Fairies is so far the worst. Let's move on. Fairy Tale. Another episode that probably got really high because I know people love this episode. Fairy Tale got to 22nd. And honestly, I think it's up here just a little bit better. I'm going to put it right here in the 11 to 20 for now. It might get bumped down. Who knows? We'll find out. Family Meeting. Family Meeting got to 56th. And at this point, I've kind of lost all effect of this episode on me. I'd probably put it somewhere in this. I still enjoy it better than Burger Shop and Daddy Robot and Chicken Rat, but that's probably as high as I'd go. It's just fine. If I'm being honest, I don't care for it. I don't hate any of the jokes they make in the episode. But it's like, I'm what, 22? None of that is going to make me laugh. Okay. Next up. Fancy Restaurant. Where in the world did this one place? Fancy Restaurant placed. Bum 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 bum. 99th. Wow, people did not like this episode. The only thing that was worse than it was Mr. Monkey Jocks. Fancy Restaurant. I'd probably put it somewhere in here, honestly. right in the 60 to 70. I don't think it's as bad as the bottom 10, but it's not honestly one of my favorites, if I'm being honest. That's crazy how it got in the bottom 10, though. It's not bad. Granted, the bottom 10, there's still 50 episodes afterwards that never made it on the list. But yeah, Feather Wand. I can never freaking find these. What the heck? Feather Wand made it to... Oh, why can I never find it? Feather Wand made it to 93rd. What the heck? This episode is definitely up there in my opinion. Honestly, I like this episode a lot. I wouldn't have put it as part of my top 10, honestly, as part of my top 5, but it's still a good episode. That one I'm surprised about, if I'm being honest, that made it that low. And yeah, this episode I hated where it placed. Flat Pack made it to 41st. And since I've done the season 2 ranking, this episode has changed. It is now my favorite episode of the show. Every time I watch Flat Pack, I love it so much. I love it that much better each time. And at this point, it's honestly become my favorite episode of the show. I love it. I love the story of it. It's really good, if I'm being honest. And that ending scene makes me cry. It is my favorite episode of the show. So you already know what my top 1 is. It's really good, honestly. There's nothing that has beaten it in a long time. The Sign might beat it. I don't know. Fruit Bat. Fruit Bat. It was not in the top 10, I don't think. Nope. So it's a little lower. Fruit Bat made it to 54. Fancy Restaurant, Backpackers. Probably better than Charades, if I'm being honest. Don't care too much about it. It's a lower episode on my list. So yeah. Granddad. Granddad made it to 26th. Granddad is a good one, I will say. Probably about... probably somewhere in here. I'd probably put it... honestly, though, actually it'd be up here. I'd probably put it in the 31 to 40. I think it's close to where it should be. It's a good one. I watched it earlier and it almost made me cry for the first time ever. But yeah, it's a good one. Just gonna put that one right there. The fact that this made it to 5th place. The fact that this episode made it to 5th place astounds me so much. Because I hate this episode. Maybe it's because I'm 22 years old and don't really care about flossing. But the fact that this episode is about grannies trying to floss, it sucks. But it made it to the top 5. I don't know how it did that. It made it to 5th place. It ranked better than camping. It ranked better than camping. Are you kidding me? Where the heck is the next one? Granny Mobile. I am trying to find it. Granny Mobile. Where the heck did it place? Oh, Granny Mobile got 3rd place. I think it's a really good episode, if I'm being honest. I'll never get over the ending scene of the episode. Honestly, removing Copycat down, this would honestly be where I'd put it as 5th place right now. It's a really fun episode. And the scene where Muffin scams an old lady out of a lot of money, it works, in my opinion. It is funny. Cubby, I'm going to move up. Move up into the 50s. But yeah, Granny Mobile is fun. I still think Cricket is way better. But definitely 3rd place in Season 3. Curry Quest has moved down a lot on my Season 3 ranking, but I still love it as an episode. It's not bad. It's just not as good as it used to be. Hammer Barn made it to 14th, and honestly, if I had to be honest, it's a good one. It's a good one. Hammer Barn is better than probably actually right here, if I had to be honest. Right here. Solid right in the middle-ish at this point. Next up, Handstand. Where did this make it to? Don't know if this one made it really high, but we're about to find out. Handstand. Handstand, where did you make it? 74th. And honestly, it's okay. It's definitely better than that. Honestly, probably right here. 74th might have been actually a good placing for it. It's okay. Hospital is one of the lower episodes in my opinion. I didn't care for it. Hospital originally made it to... There is no way it made it this high. What am I even still going for? Hospital made it to 86th. And honestly, I think it's the best of the worst 10 so far. It's the best of the bottom 10. And that's as far as it's getting right now. It's okay. This is an episode that surprised me coming up. Housework made it to 98th. This is an episode that I wouldn't think would have like recency bias, but I guess people didn't like it too much. I thought it was decent. Probably up here somewhere. Better than Easter, better than Chest, Barbecue, Barky Boats, Bedroom, Dunny. Better than Duck Cake. Honestly, I'd put it up here in the 60s. I'm probably going to move Chest down. Honestly, I think Housework is a pretty good episode. It's pretty fine. Ice Cream, I think, made it pretty far, though. Ice Cream made it to 43rd, and if I'm being honest, it's better than Barbecue. Barkeep Boats and Bedroom. And Dunny. But I think, honestly, it'd go right here. It's just fine. Midnight I actually might move up to here. Because I think it's a good episode. But yeah, Ice Cream I'd probably put right here. Which is fine. Keepy Uppy, the 3rd ever episode of the series, only made it to 46th. And if I'm being honest, it's kind of a weaker episode in my opinion. It's better than Blue Mountains, better than Burger Shop, better than Daddy Robot, better than Chicken Rat. Probably right here. It's fine. It's a fine episode, in my opinion. Magic made it to 61st. One of the season 3 episodes that's kind of on my okay to really to good area, I'd probably put it better than Born Yesterday, Bad Mood. Probably honestly right here. If I'm being honest, it's probably in the higher spot here. It's a fun one to watch. It's one I definitely recommend giving a watch if you haven't yet. But it is fun. And it didn't make it that high, honestly. I'm going to save all my thoughts for this next episode once we get to the remaking the season 3 list. I want to save my thoughts for this next episode. The next episode on our list got to, if I can find it here, should not have gotten as high as it's already getting so far. 35th. And I'm going to say it right here. I hate this episode. I don't think anything's going to beat it for the worst. I don't think there's anything worse than this. I think the only episode worse than Mini Bluey is Wild Girls, and it's not on this list. Which makes sense, because that episode sucks. Like I said, I'm going to go into full detail on why I hate this episode when I eventually do remake my season 3 list once the final 3 episodes come out. But I hate this episode. So, yeah. I'm not going to go into too much detail right now. Just, it's the worst so far. Movies. Another one I just really don't care about is movies. People didn't care about it either. Got 88th. It's kind of like down here. I'd say it's like better than Daddy Robot, and that's how much that's as far as I'd go. And then Mr. Monkey Jocks is the worst episode on the list that we have. Honestly, I don't blame people because it is definitely a weak episode. It's definitely in the bottom 10. I don't think it's the worst. Because honestly, these 5 episodes I legitimately just don't like. But yeah, definitely very low. It's a boring episode. Muffin Cone. I just rewatched this one earlier. Muffin Cone definitely was not the bottom 10, I don't think. No. Muffin Cone was 69. Nice. I'm just gonna go here. Definitely better. Definitely better. Better. Probably right here. Barbecue, I'm probably gonna knock down to the 60 and 70. Still got a lot of episodes to go. Man. Yeah. It's a fine episode. Run of the mill, I guess. Obstacle Course. Got 2. Well, not very high is what I'm finding out. 92nd? It's a good one. Honestly. I'm going to push this one down. I think Obstacle Course probably is in the 50 to 60 as well, if we're being honest here. Better than Barky Boats. Probably better than Muffin Cone and Duck Cake. Probably right here, if I'm being honest. Right around the middle-ish. This one is getting, like, really full. I'm going to have to, like, move episodes. I'm going to say that we're going to move Bingo up a little bit. Just to here. But, yeah. It's a good episode. I don't know why I got so low in the bottom 10, which is weird. Omelet got 97th. I mean, I didn't think it was too good of an episode, but man, I'd probably put it like maybe right here if we're being honest. Probably bump Barky Boats down and Charades down. Honestly, I'm gonna bump. What did I just do? Oh no. What did I just do? No, I think I wanted to bump Fruit Bat down here. Burger Shop, we're gonna bump down here. And then Bedroom. It's better than Backpackers. Where did I have Bedroom? I think Bedroom was up here. Yeah. Okay. I don't even know what episode I just ranked. Omelet? Yeah. Okay. We'll keep it right there. Onesies! Good episode. Really good episode. Apparently everyone else agrees because it got to the top 20 almost. Didn't make it to the top 20 actually. But it is a good one. Definitely probably better than Copycat and Bumpy and the Wise Old Wolfhound. Unfortunately, my favorite season 1 episode has to get knocked down to that low. But Onesies is very good. Honestly, I'd say probably just a bit better than Dance Mode. If I'm being honest. It's a really good one. Really, really good one. Pass the Parcel. I think this one made it into like the top 20. Yeah, it made it to 13th. Huh. It's a good one too. Would definitely put it up here. I think it's better than... Honestly, I think it's right here. We're gonna put it right here. The best of the 11 to 20 so far. It's a good episode. Got 2 really good ones in a row. Pavlova. Not one that made it very far, I don't think. We're about to find out. Pavlova made it to a 53rd. And honestly, better than Burger Shop, better than Daddy Robot, movies. Boom. Right there. Let's go. Right there. Right in the 70 to 80 spot. Honestly, I think it is actually a little better. Probably right here. Still in the lower half, but yeah. Pizza Girls. Another one I don't care too much about. It got to 66th. Probably would go up here, though. Better than Pavlova. Better than Family Meeting. Better than Calypso. Charades. Fruit Bat. Better than Backpackers. Handstand. Fancy Restaurant. Yeah. Honestly, it's going a lot better than I thought. Yeah, we'll move that down. We'll do that. 21 through 30 is not getting many episodes. But yeah, we'll put it where I put it. Top of 60s, 61 to 70. Next up, Rain. Rain, I think, didn't actually make it as far as it should have. Oh no, Rain made it into the top 10. Okay. I don't think it's top 10 material. I think it's probably about right here-ish. I think it's about right here-ish. It's a good one. I really do like the silent nature of it. But honestly, that's as far as I'm really going to put it, if I have to be honest. But it's still really good. Honestly, I recommend giving it a watch if you haven't. It's nice. It's a nice episode. And I think we've basically gotten rid of all the episodes of the top 10 except for one. One episode's left in the top 10 that we haven't gotten to, which is Sleepy Time. But yeah, next up is Relax. One of the season 3 C's, and I'm surprised it made it on the list. And I'm surprised it did make it that far. It's not a bad episode, it's just I'm surprised that people voted for it. Given the recency. better than Pizza Girl. It's better than Omelet Dunny. Yeah, better, 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 better. Right here. Right here. Probably gonna move Escape up, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna put it high up here. It's one that I do like. Honestly, right now, it's literally right at the same placing. Like, if I didn't move this at all, it'd be right at the same placing. Okay. I guess, I like it. Road Trip. I just literally watched this episode, too. Because I was binging through season 2. 87th. Yeah. Yeah, probably right here. If I had to be honest. It's fine. Don't care too much for it. It's not a terrible episode, it's just... there's better ones. There's just better ones, if I had to be honest. Rug Island. Rug Island definitely is going to get pushed up. It's one that I like. Probably better than Trust, Market Bones, Bedroom, Pizza Girls, All the Dunny Ice Cream. Yeah, I'd probably say like... okay, it's better than Bingo, better than... Probably actually right here. Probably right here. Yeah. Probably in the 41 to 50. It made it lower, though, so... Yeah, 62. Shadowlands. Another one of the season 1 episodes I just really don't care too much about, and it got 90th. It's fine. It's not good. It's not a good episode, I'm sorry. It's just not. I'm sorry. It's hard to, like, talk about the episodes that I don't think are that bad. That are just kind of, like, in the middle stage, but... Yeah, it's just fine. Probably he's going to be in the bottom 10 at the end of this. Sean made it to 96th. I don't think it's bad. I liked it. I'd probably put it, like, better than a Road Trip. Yeah, better than Fruit Bat. Backpackers. Probably actually right here. At the top right now. Of that. It was fun. I don't know why I got so low, but whatever. Sleepy Time, I think, got robbed, if I'm being honest. I mean, I don't think, in my opinion, it's top 10, but I think it should have been the second best episode, at least. It got 4th place. Granny Mobile and Baby Ray's got better than it. It should have gotten second, if I'm being honest, but in my opinion, it's probably better than Fairy Tale and Facey Talk. I mean, whatever I move at this point, Fairy Tale's going in the 21 to 30. Better than Rain and Fairy Wand and Camping and Baby Race. Probably right here. But I definitely feel like for like the majority of the people, it should have been second. But yeah. It's fine to put it right here. It's fine to put it right here. Next one, Slide. An episode that I'm upset that didn't make it that high. Because I think a lot of the Season 3 C episodes were very good episodes. And some of them didn't make it. Exercise was one of them that didn't make it. Wild Girls, I am very happy didn't make it because it's my least favorite episode. But Slide is definitely fun. It's a good one. Probably... I'm going to move Facey Talk anyway. Definitely better than Rain and Featherwand and Camping and Baby Race and Sleepy Time and Christmas Swim and Copycat and Bumpy and Pass the Parcel. Okay, it's 11th. It's really good. 65th to 11th? Wow, okay. People just don't like this episode, apparently. Smoochy Kiss made it to 59th. And I rewatched it, and it's just a lot of gross out humor, which I'm surprised it actually made it to Disney Plus without being censored. Given that they completely removed for the longest time Family Meeting. Handstand, fancy restaurant. Better than that, better than that. It's probably, I'm not going to put it there. Daddy Put Down better than Bingo, Rug Island. Is it better than Cubby? No. Gonna put it right here. For now. Let's put it right there. And that's where it's gonna go. Right in the 41 to 50. Which is not where it made it, but whatever. Space got robbed as well. Space got very robbed. I think it didn't even make it to the top 70. It got 73rd. Space definitely should have been up here. Better than Bus. Space definitely should have been way higher than it did get. Getting not even in the top 70. The fact that Blue Mountains got better than this episode is just crazy. Because Blue Mountains is like one of the most hated episodes. And yet it got 2 episodes better than Space. Stickbird. Another episode I like. Stickbird. 60th. It's probably gonna go up here. Honestly, I liked it a lot. Probably right here, right now. It was a good one. Yeah, we'll put it right there right now. Right now, it's currently the leader of the 21 to 30. But this might end up changing. Sticky Gecko. The music track that plays in this episode is one of my favorite music tracks to play in the series. Sticky Gecko. Better than Sean. Better than Pizza Girl. Better than Data Put Down. Oh, but to the Bingo. So Bingo is automatically getting moved down to here. Better than Rug Island. Bike. Or not. I guess not. Yeah, I'd probably put it right here in the 31 to 40. I think it was a good episode. People don't agree with me, but whatever. Stumpfest. Stumpfest made it to, drumroll please, 57th. And I think it should have made it a lot higher because I do like this episode a lot. I'd probably put it right here too. Right in the area of 31 to 40. It's a fun one. It's a really fun one. Swim School! Don't care about it. If I'm being honest, it's an okay one. Not one that I'm gonna go out of my way to see. But Swim School got to 63rd. And if I'm being honest, it's probably better than Road Trip and Chicken Rat and Keepy Uppy. that's it. Honestly, I would actually switch these. I think Keepy Uppy is worse. Probably would go down here if I'm being honest. But it's fine. I don't care about it too much. I'm getting close to the end. So just hang on. Just hang on. Just a little bit longer, okay? Next up is Takeaway, an episode. It's one of the earlier episodes of season 1, so they're like kind of still getting their footing here. And apparently people did like this episode. At least enough to put it 28th, but I don't really like it too much, if I'm being honest. Teasing is one that I understand where it got. Teasing got in the bottom 10, I think. 91. I liked it. I think it's a fun episode. But I understand why people didn't like it too much. It would probably go... It's still... I think actually it did come back on Disney Plus. I think the only episode still not there is Dad Baby, which sucks because it's a fun episode. Better than Rug Island. Yeah. But I understand that it got in the bottom 10 because people just don't like a lot of the episode. It's fine. The beach! Which I intentionally say that way because that's how they say it in the episode. The beach! Made it to 70th. And it's kind of one of the weaker ones, in my opinion. It does better than Blue Mountains, though. This episode is really weak. It's fine. It's fine, okay? Don't hate me. I just don't care for it that much. It's one of my weaker episodes, although I do like the music that plays throughout it. I think it's got good music. The Creek is another one I'm kind of in the middle about. I'd probably put it right here. Maybe. Right here. It made it to 38th, but I just don't think it's particularly like one of my top episodes. If I had to be brutally honest, which is fine. They can't all be winners. Bob Bilby, you're probably getting moved down here if I had to be honest. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's really fine. Next up, The Decider. Made it to 29th, and I think it's an okay one. I think it's a good one. Probably higher up here. Better than Sticky Gecko. Better than Magic. Probably definitely here, if I had to be honest. It's a good one. I understand its placing. It was a good one. The Magic Xylophone, the first episode of the entire series, only got to... If I can find it here... It only got to 89th. And it's okay. Better than Bob Bilby. Better than Blue Mountains. Better than the beach. But, like, probably that's it. If I had to be honest. Actually, it's probably better than Burger Shop. But that's it. Season 1's early episodes are kind of weaker, in my opinion. They're just fine. The Pool. The Pool made it to... The ending song in The Pool is one of my favorite tracks, too. It made it to 37th. Okay. 37th, which, honestly, I think it shoots up a little bit. Probably here, if I'm being honest. I don't think it's particularly too amazing of an episode. So I think we're just going to be fine with it right now. think I've almost basically got the top 10 set at this point. I don't think any of these episodes are going to make it into the. Well, actually, you don't know. Yeah, I think I've basically got some of the top 10 situated at this point. But next one is The Quiet Game. I just recently watched it, and it has Steve Irwin's son in it. It's like the only thing I remember from this episode. The only fun fact I remember from this episode, and it got 96th. Ain't no way it's that bad of an episode. What the heck, people? It's okay. It's definitely better than Charades and Fruit Bat in that one. Probably like right here. It ain't bottom 10 material. No way. What do you want about, people? Sleepover. The episode where Muffin is definitely on drugs. Sleepover got to 68th. It's okay. Definitely better here. Probably better than Sean. So, no matter what, Chicken Rat's getting knocked down. Because even if I put this up here, Chicken Rat's getting knocked down. Handstand, I'd probably would say then it's better than Handstand and Fancy Restaurant and Easter and Chest and Barbecue and Barky Boats and Bedroom. Probably here? Maybe? Yeah, probably right there. Honestly, I don't think any episode's gonna get. I think probably the top 10 actually here is situated, if I had to be honest. Tradies. I think we're actually out of the bottom 10 episodes at this point. Tradies got, I think, a little higher. Tradies got to 12th. Wow. That's actually really surprising to me. Got better than Turtle Boy, and I thought people would say that's a better episode. I feel like at this point it's gonna move down an episode. Definitely better than Dirt. It might honestly start moving up to here. Yeah. Alright. I think this placing is really good as it is. So yeah. Turtle Boy got to 19th, and I think it's a good one too. Although I feel like I'd probably put it. No. Probably. Here. Probably here. So yeah, that's probably where I would put it. It's an okay one, not a top 10 by any means, but still pretty good. TV Shop did not make it that far. TV Shop made it to 40th, and I think it's a really good episode. The music in it is so catchy. I cannot stop listening to the music in it. No matter what, Rain's getting knocked down, so goodbye. It's better than Feather One. It's better than Sleepy Time, in my opinion, and Christmas Swim, Copycat, Bumpy. I like it better than Slide. Top 10 material? That's a questionable one. No. No. I don't think it's top 10 material, if I had to be honest. But it's still a really good episode. I like it a lot. Unicourse. Definitely top 10 material, though. Unicourse, I think, also made it pretty far. 16th. It's better than onesies. It's better than double babysitter. Probably right here, honestly. Which means we're starting to move down. And I think at this point, my top 10 is set, if I had to be honest. But Unicourse is definitely up there in my top 10 favorites. It's a fun one. Unicourse is one of my top 3 favorite characters of the entire show. Or one of my top 10 favorite characters of the entire show. I think he was number 4th on the list I made. The top 3 were Bandit, Pat, and Stripe, and then it was Unicourse and then Jack. So yeah, Unicourse is one of my favorites. I love him a lot. So yeah, he's definitely. I have a Unicourse shirt that has his catchphrase on it, and it's probably one of my favorite shirts that I own. But yeah, definitely. 3 more episodes left. Veranda Santa. It's better than the beach. I think at this point. Yeah, I'd say that. Probably gonna have to move this up a little bit. Well, no, this could get moved. I don't know. Veranda Santa. Probably. Right here. Maybe. Veranda Santa got 55th, which is fine. Honestly, it's an okay episode. Whale Watching and Work are the final 2 episodes on this, and they got in the bottom 20, so I don't have to go any further. Whale Watching got 84th, and I think it's probably I'd probably say like right here. Probably right here. It's fine. And then finally, Work. Work. Probably would put this one right here. Which means this one would move up to here. This one would move up to here. This one moves up. Bingo gets to move up. Asparagus gets to move up. And then, yeah. So, yeah, I'd probably put Work right there. Which, wow. Work did not get to really move that far. And Whale Watching moved up a little bit. But, yeah. This would be my placings. So, from worst to best, we have 100th Mini Bluey, 99th Grannies, 98th Fairies, 97th Butterflies, 96th Early Baby, 95th Monkey Jocks, 94th Shadowlands, 93rd Hospital, 92nd Bob Bilby, 91st Blue Mountains, 90th The Beach, 89th Burger Shop, 88th Magic Xylophone, 87th Daddy Robot, 86th Movies, 85th Road Trip, 84th Keepy Uppy, 83rd Takeaway, 82nd Work, which did not move up too far, and 81st Chicken Rat, which did make it a little higher. Okay. No, it did not. Whatever. 80th Swim School, 79th Pavlova, 78th Family Meeting, 77th Calypso, 76th Charades, 75th Fruit Bat, 74th Backpackers, 73rd Quiet Game, 72nd Veranda Santa, and 71st Sean. 70th, we got Whale Watching. Handstand is 69. Haha. Family Restaurants 68, 67 Easter, 66 Chest, 65th Barbecue, 64th Barky Boats, 63rd Bedroom, 62nd The Creek, 61st The Pool, 60th Sleepover, 59th Pizza Girls, 58th Omelet, 57th Dunny, 56th Pizza Ice Cream, 55th Muffin Cone, 54th Duck Cake, 53rd Obstacle Course, 52nd Housework, 51st Daddy Put Down. Entering the top half of the list, we got 50th Bingo, 49th Rug Island, 48th Bin Night, 47th Hammer Barn, 46th Smoochy Kiss, 45th Cubby, 44th Relax, 43rd Cafe, 42nd Teasing, 41st Bike, 40 Asparagus, 39 Escape, 38 Born Yesterday, 37th Bad Mood, 36th Turtle Boy, 35th Stump Fest, 34th Sticky Gecko, 33rd Magic, 32nd The Decider, 31st Granddad, 30th Dirt, 29th Daddy Drop Off, 28th Bus, 27th Tradies, 26th Fairy Tale, 25th Space, 24th Facey Talk, 23rd Stickbird, 22nd Rain, 20th Feather Wand, or 21st Feather Wand, 20th Camping, 19th Baby Race, 18th Sleepy Time, Big Upset, 17th Christmas Swim, 16th Copycat, 15th Bumpy and the Wise Old Wolfhound, 14th Pass the Parcel, 13th Slide, 12th TV Shop, 11th Dance Mode, and my top 10 favorite episodes of Bluey. Number 10, well, that made it on this list. There's probably episodes I do like that didn't make it on the list, but my top 10 of the Bluey Fest episodes. Number 10, Onesies. Amazing episode. I will say that. It's a really good one. 9th, Double Babysitter. I've always loved this episode, and it used to be my season 2 favorite, but it's still really, really good. 8th, Unicourse. Fun episode to watch. I would recommend giving it a watch if you haven't. It's really fun. 7th, Dad Baby. Probably, in my opinion, the funniest episode of the entire series, just because of the ending of it. 6th, Curry Quest. Really emotional at the end, and also tells a good story with the hero's journey. 5th, Granny Mobile has the funniest scene, second funniest scene in the entire series, of Muffin scamming an old lady out of $1,200. 4th, Cricket, the original winner. Still very good episode. Still very good. 3rd, Army, really a good introduction to Jack and Rusty as friends, and also just an introduction to Jack as in general. 2nd, Dragon, and the best in my opinion, and also my favorite episode of the entire series, is Flat Pack. And that is how I would re-rank the Bluey Fest episodes from worst to best. That's my list. Honestly, if you have a better list, I might put this tier list in the description so you can make your own, but that is my list of the episodes. This took over an hour. almost an hour and a half to make, and I'm tired. But yeah, that's the list. I'm going to slowly go down and show you everything as we're ending off this video. But yeah, honestly, I think during the original Bluey Fest, when it happened, a lot of episodes got snubbed for worser ones, especially Space. Space getting as low as it did is a big upset, in my opinion. And the fact that Sleepy Time didn't get to second place, even though I don't think it's top 10 material, the fact that it didn't get to second place is very crazy to me, in my opinion. But yeah, that's it for this list. I will eventually be remaking the season 3 list whenever Ghost Basket, The Sign, and Surprise eventually do come out. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna sleep now because I'm tired. And I'm also gonna be working on the snapshot for Minecraft that came out with the new wolves. I have not gotten around to making it. I need to. I'm going to get to it. Don't worry. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.